Wrong ones part ways, right ones find their way. Today I'm sharing an article titled "A 50-Year-Old Man Says, After Experiencing So Much, the woman truly loved is still his original wife." Let's listen together. It's often said that men are visual creatures. When their abilities are modest, having a wife and children and a warm home satisfies them greatly. However, as a man's wallet grows thicker, so do his desires. This expansion naturally reflects in his marriage, where he starts finding fault with his original wife, feeling she's no longer suitable for him. The former harmony fades away. Of course, men can be cunning. Despite simply growing tired of their current relationship, they'll justify it to themselves. For instance, they might claim they were immature and didn't understand love at the time, but now they do and want to seek true love. After years of searching and various experiences, they realize they might have fooled everyone but themselves. Life eventually brings them back to reality, where they understand who truly loves them and who can provide genuine love, the woman who truly makes their heart feel loved. But by then, it's often too late to turn back. A 50-year-old man recently shared his regrets. Despite his success and career, he feels empty inside. Now, at middle age, he looks back and realizes the woman who truly lived in his heart was his original wife, who endured hardships with him. He deeply wishes to remarry her and seeks her forgiveness, but she pays him no mind. The reason he shares his story now is to remind those who are always chasing after something new to cherish what's right in front of them. Sometimes, happiness is right beside you, and losing it could mean never finding it again, much like his current situation. Let's hear his story. 30 years ago, he was a poor young man with little education and few prospects. At that time, jobs weren't easy to come by, so he stayed home. With his family's poor financial situation, marrying seemed impossible for someone like him. Yet, against all odds, he found a wife. They were classmates in junior high, and she didn't mind his poverty. Ignoring family objections, she married him without hesitation. Their marital home was modest, lacking even a proper living room, but he didn't mind. He was truly grateful and swore to make money to repay her love. In their second year of marriage, he decided to venture out and succeeded through hard work and wit. Looking back, he realizes making money was easier back then, requiring only diligence and intelligence. As his success grew, so did his desires, and he began to view his original wife differently, feeling she no longer matched his status. He wanted to find a woman from the city, thinking his success entitled him to that. He was adamant about divorcing his original wife, believing his wealth and city residence would win his 2 sons over to his side. However, his family didn't support him. His sons stuck with their mother, preferring hardship at home over life with him. Frustrated, he decided against having children to avoid being manipulated. At 40, with some conscience left, he parted with a significant sum in his divorce, making the process smooth. He then enjoyed the life of a wealthy bachelor, changing partners frequently but finding each relationship short-lived because he wasn't naive. Finally, he realized these women were interested only in his money. Perhaps due to age or exhaustion, both physical and emotional, after years of such chaos, he now feels weary. His ex-wife, after their divorce, didn't remarry but used the settlement to buy a home and start a dry cleaning business in town. Their sons grew up. One went to college, and the other followed his father's path in engineering, both married. Despite his attempts to buy his younger son a house, their relationship remained distant. He often thinks of his ex-wife's toil and sacrifices during their difficult times, recalling how she bought him a bottle of expensive wine when they had nothing. He remembers when she borrowed money from her family to save him from financial ruin. These memories haunt him now that he's older. He admits his selfishness and regrets his choices. He's tried contacting his ex-wife, using their children as an excuse, but she ignores him. He occasionally checks her social media, seeing familiar faces and long-lost smiles, each happy moment stabbing him like a needle in the eye and heart. In the end, he concludes that men shouldn't drift aimlessly, blinded by wealth. He warns against following his path and realizing too late that his true love was the woman who shared his hardships. Dreaming of a reunion with her in their golden years now seems like wishful thinking. This story may resonate with many, acknowledging the man's lingering conscience and the difficulty in finding true love. Sometimes it's right beside us but goes unnoticed until it's too late. Fortunately, this man has come to realize his mistakes, though redemption won't come easily. It's a reminder that men's needs evolve with time, as illustrated by the classic line from Dwelling Narrowness: young men need stepping stones, middle-aged men need heart stimulants, and older men need walking sticks. This aptly applies here when young and poor, men settle for someone who loves them, paving the way for career success. With wealth comes a changed perspective, often leading them to devalue the woman by their side. Only in old age, when mobility fades and independence wanes, do they realize the value of a supportive partner. Selfish choices lead to deserved consequences. His ex-wife's indifference is justified. After all, who would willingly step into the same trap twice? Having squandered his youthful passion elsewhere, why should he expect companionship in his twilight years? That concludes today's sharing. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this with your friends.